Are you caring for a loved one with dementia? You don't have to figure this out all on your own. Welcome to Truth, Lies, and Alzheimer's, the show that helps you reimagine a new relationship with your loved one, a relationship a little more free of stress and anxiety. Join host Lisa Skinner and her 30-plus years of experience as she guides you on a new path to a better relationship with those you care for. Here's Lisa.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to another brand new episode of the Truth, Lies, and Alzheimer's Show. I'm Lisa Skinner, your host. And I don't know if you recall me talking about kind of a new therapeutic approach to dementia care that's called Reminiscence Therapy. But today, I am actually going to present you the impact that reminiscence therapy has shown to have on people living with dementia. And if you like what you hear, I'm hoping that you will all implement it into your daily routines with the people you care for or your loved ones who are living with Alzheimer's disease and related dementia. This is state of the art. It works. And the reason why reminiscence therapy is proving to be so impactful is because our long-term memories stay intact pretty much throughout the duration of the disease. It's our short-term memory that short circuits throughout the progression of the disease. And then eventually, most people completely lose their short-term memory. So what reminiscence therapy was designed to do was tap into those long-term memories so people could stay connected to themselves and their life from their long-term memory banks. So with that said, here's the episode that I want to present for you today. Now, this is no secret to anybody, I know, but Alzheimer's disease and other forms of dementia pose significant challenges not only for those diagnosed, but also for their families and their caregivers. As these neurodegenerative diseases progress, they lead to severe cognitive decline, including memory loss, difficulties in communication, and significant loss of most of their primary cognitive functions needed to navigate their lives effectively. So, what I'm going to share with you today are the benefits of reminiscence therapy for individuals with Alzheimer's disease and dementia, and highlight its importance and effectiveness in enhancing quality of life so you'll be equipped to implement this into your daily routines also. So, reminiscence therapy is a fairly new therapeutic approach that encourages individuals, particularly those with cognitive impairments like Alzheimer's disease and other forms of dementia, to recall and discuss past experiences. It leverages the power of memory recall to stimulate cognitive function, to promote well-being, and enhance social interaction. Very important. Reminiscence therapy has emerged as a significant intervention for those living with dementia by fostering meaningful connections and enhancing their quality of life because it triggers their memories, often facilitated through tangible prompts that we as caregivers or family members can use, such as photographs, music that they will relate to, and familiar objects that they'll recognize. By engaging in these discussions about their past experiences, individuals with dementia can access fragments of their identity that may otherwise remain obscured by their cognitive decline. I love that line. This process not only aids memory recall, but also provides a sense of purpose and belonging, ultimately reducing feelings of isolation and anxiety. The participants often report increased self-esteem and improved mood as they engage in storytelling that reaffirms their life's narratives. Also, this therapy promotes the individuality of each person, allowing for a personalized approach that acknowledges their unique life experiences. By focusing on positive memories, reminiscence therapy can diffuse behavioral challenges commonly associated with dementia, ultimately promoting a calmer and a more engaging environment for all involved. So, overall, the practice not only enriches the lives of those with the dementia, but also empowers caregivers and family members by facilitating deeper connections and understanding. Consequently, reminiscence therapy stands as a vital tool in the holistic care of individuals living with dementia and underscoring the importance of memory in the human experience. So, here are the main principles of reminiscence therapy. It activates memory. The core principle is to activate long-term memories, which tend to be more stable even in the face of cognitive decline. It enhances emotional engagement by focusing on positive life experiences. Reminiscence therapy aims to evoke feelings of joy and nostalgia. It increases social connection. And as we know, a lot of people living with dementia isolate themselves because of their cognitive difficulties. So, facilitating conversations about shared memories can strengthen relationships between the individual and caregivers or peers. And it helps with their personal identity. Helping individuals reconnect with their past promotes a sense of identity and continuity, which can be particularly valuable as they face changes in cognitive function. So, some of the psychological benefits of reminiscence therapy include enhanced mood and reduced depression. And that's our goal, right? Research has shown that reminiscence therapy can significantly enhance mood and reduce symptoms of depression in individuals with Alzheimer's disease and dementia. Engaging in conversations about positive past experiences can evoke feelings of happiness and contentment. A study conducted by Woods et al. From 2005 found that participants who engage in reminiscence therapy demonstrated a marked decrease in depressive symptoms compared to those who did not participate in such activities. Number two, it improved their self-esteem and their identity. As individuals with dementia often experience feelings of loss regarding their identity, reminiscence therapy provides a platform for reaffirming their sense of self. By rediscovering and sharing their life stories, individuals can enhance their self esteem and maintain a sense of continuity. This is particularly important as cognitive decline can lead to feelings of frustration and helplessness. Reminiscence therapy helps individuals reconnect with their personal narratives, fostering a sense of purpose and worth, which every human being desires. It helps with emotional regulation. Engaging in reminiscence therapy can help individuals with Alzheimer's disease and dementia manage their emotions more effectively. By recalling and discussing meaningful experiences, individuals can process emotions tied to those memories, which can lead to improved emotional regulation and decreased anxiety. This therapeutic approach allows for the expression of feelings in a safe environment, facilitating emotional release and resilience. These are some of the cognitive benefits of reminiscence therapy. Um, First and foremost is cognitive stimulation. Reminiscence therapy provides cognitive stimulation through memory recall and discussion. Engaging in meaningful conversations requires individuals to think, to remember, and articulate their thoughts, which can help slow cognitive decline. A study by Chin et al. From 2016 highlighted that reminiscence therapy not only aids in memory recall, but enhances cognitive function, ultimately demonstrating its effectiveness as a non-pharmacological intervention. Number two is the preservation of their long-term memory. While Alzheimer's disease, as we know, primarily affects short-term memory, long-term memories often remain intact for a significant period, sometimes throughout the entire course of the disease. Reminiscence therapy capitalizes on this by focusing on long-term memories, allowing individuals to connect with their past. This process can help preserve these memories for longer, providing comfort and familiarity in an otherwise confusing world. It increases engagement and interaction. It encourages social interaction, which is vital for cognitive health. I can't overstate that. It's vital for cognitive health. Sharing memories often involves discussions with caregivers, family members, or peers, fostering connections that combat feelings of isolation. Increased social engagement has been linked to improved cognitive function and a lower risk of cognitive decline, making reminiscence therapy a valuable tool for enhancing social connections. If you recall, during the COVID pandemic, one of the number one causes of death in the elderly were the people that became isolated in care homes because their family members were no longer allowed to visit. And what we learned through that whole experience is it sped up the progression of their disease. And a lot of that's why we had such a high mortality rate during that period, was simply from being isolated and becoming more and more depressed. And that's a true fact. So here are some of the social benefits of reminiscence therapy. It strengthens our relationships with one another. It serves as a bridge between individuals with dementia and their caregivers or family members. And by sharing memories, loved ones can gain insight into the individual's life experiences, their preferences, and their values. This understanding can strengthen their relationships, foster empathy, and improve overall communication. Caregivers often report feeling more connected to their loved ones when they are engaging in reminiscent activities. And that's a beautiful thing. Families often struggle to communicate effectively with loved ones suffering from dementia. But reminiscence therapy can provide a framework for meaningful conversations, allowing families to engage with their loved ones in a positive manner. And this will not only enhance family dynamics, but also will help families create new memories together, reinforcing bonds despite the challenges that come up every day with dementia. It also encourages family involvement. For example, organizing sessions where family members, including grandchildren, participate, and that can bridge generational gaps. Family members can share their perspectives on the stories being told adding depth and fostering connections. Additionally, a story exchange where younger family members ask older relatives about their childhoods and their experiences can create an environment where stories are shared in both directions. This can certainly promote mutual understanding and respect. And the other thing that I've realized it does is it helps create and maintain the people's legacies with the younger generations that they can carry forward for generations to come. Now, one thing that's important to understand about reminiscence therapy is the importance of being trained properly on it. And the reason why this is so critical is because effective reminiscence therapy does require trained facilitators who can navigate the complexities of memory, emotion, and communication. So, some of the key aspects of that training would include understanding fundamental dementia. What's it doing to the brain of the person who's living with it? Facilitators should have a solid understanding of dementia and how it affects memory and cognition, because this knowledge will help them tailor their approaches and be sensitive to the needs of the participants. Effective communication is crucial. Facilitators should be trained in active listening, empathetic responses, and nonverbal communication techniques to create a supportive environment. And yes, it does make a difference how you respond to some of these emotional behavioral expressions that we see in the people living with dementia. Training should include crisis management strategies for managing emotional distress that may arise during reminiscence sessions, such as recalling difficult memories. You might end up opening a Pandora's box by triggering an unhappy or painful memory. So the facilitator should know how to offer support and redirect conversations gently if that situation arises. So here are some techniques for effective facilitation. You want to always make sure you're building rapport, establishing trust and rapport with participants is essential. Facilitators can achieve this by showing genuine interest in their stories and being patient as they share them. Creating a safe space. The environment for reminiscence therapy should be comfortable and free from distractions. A familiar setting can help participants feel secure, and it will help them open up more easily. And it also encourages participation. Facilitators should encourage all participants to share while also being respectful of those who may be more reserved. And we see that all the time. Using gentle prompts and ensuring everyone has a chance to speak can foster inclusivity. Some of the potential challenges and considerations, just to be aware of, is that while reminiscence therapy offers numerous benefits, it's essential to recognize potential challenges. Not all individuals may respond positively to reminiscence activities, particularly those with advanced stages of dementia. Caregivers should be trained to recognize signs of distress and adjust the therapy accordingly. Additionally, the memories evoked may not always be positive. Some individuals may recall traumatic events. Therefore, a sensitive and adaptable approach is necessary to ensure that reminiscence therapy remains beneficial to the participants. So I'm going to give you now some examples of potential challenges. Again, emotional distress. Reminiscence therapy can sometimes evoke sadness or distress when individuals recall difficult memories. The solution to that is for the facilitator to recognize the signs of distress and have strategies in place already that will provide comfort, such as shifting the focus to more positive memories or taking breaks as needed. You have to take into consideration their cognitive limitations. Some participants may struggle to recall memories due to an advanced, um, being in an advanced state of cognitive decline. So the solution to that would be to tailor prompts to simpler, more accessible memories that can help. And one of the ways to do that is by using visual aids and multisensory materials, because those can also stimulate recall more effectively. Then there's the group dynamics. If you are in a group setting, we always will see dominant personalities that may overshadow the quieter participants, leading to unequal engagement. So here's a solution if that happens to come up in your group setting. You can, as a facilitator, establish ground rules for sharing and actively encourage participation from all members. Techniques such as talking sticks can ensure everyone has a chance to speak. And then let's move on to some practical applications of reminiscence therapy. There are individualized approaches. One of the strengths of reminiscence therapy is its adaptability to individual needs. Caregivers can tailor sessions based on the individual's life history, their preferences, and of course, you have to take into consideration their current cognitive abilities. This personalized approach enhances the effectiveness of the therapy, ensuring that it resonates with the individual's experiences and, of course, their feelings. And then this is what I've personally seen be extremely effective, is also incorporating multisensory elements into the sessions, such as photographs, music, scents are good. Those all can enhance the effectiveness of reminiscence therapy, because those sensory cues can and will evoke strong emotional responses and facilitate memory recall. And that's the point of this whole thing. For instance, playing music from an individual's youth can trigger vivid memories and emotions, making the therapy more impactful. And then, of course, there's the multisensory approaches where, um, by incorporating multisensory elements, this can and does significantly enhance the effectiveness of reminiscence therapy, such as music is magical, music is powerful. Playing music from a participant's youth evokes powerful memories and emotions. For example, a caregiver might play classic songs from the 1940s or 50s, prompting individuals to share memories related to those songs, such as dances, relationships, or significant life events. And then there's tactile reminiscence. And what that looks like is using objects that have specific textures or smells that trigger memories. For instance, passing around fabric from a participant's childhood, like a favorite blanket, or scents that are associated with certain events, like cookies baking. These can all lead to rich storytelling and emotional engagement. This is one of the things that we definitely want to be aware of, is that's tapping into all five of the senses. And as people's cognitive abilities decline in their brains, their other senses become more powerful. and more sensitive. So that's a really important part of this whole process to keep in mind. I'm going to share with you a few case studies and research evidence because research does support the effectiveness of reminiscence therapy in various settings. One study by Oral et al. From 2005 found that participants who engaged in structured reminiscence therapy did experience improvements in mood and a reduction in anxiety levels. Participants reported feeling more connected to their past and to others. There was another research project demonstrated that group reminiscence therapy helped reduce feelings of isolation among the participants, promoting social bonding and enhancing overall well-beings. That research project was performed by Woods et al. In the year 2005. Here's a case study that was performed at a community center program. In a community center in the UK, a reminiscence therapy program was established for individuals with early to moderate dementia. And the program incorporated various activities, including monthly theme sessions. It focused on different themes, such as childhood games, favorite holidays. Participants were encouraged to bring items related to the theme, such as toys or decorations. So these are some ideas for you. The positive outcome to that was that participants reported increased social interaction, improved mood, and a greater sense of purpose. Caregivers noted that individuals became more engaged and communicative during those sessions, leading to enhanced relationships. Second case study I want to share with you is the impact of family involvement in reminiscence therapy practices. And this case study was done at a nursing home in the United States, which introduced a family inclusive reminiscence therapy program. And the key components to that included having family story nights. So in this particular case study, once a month, the families were invited to participate in story sharing evenings where residents could share memories alongside their relatives. This format encouraged open dialogue and strengthened those family bonds, which stands to reason. Feedback indicated that both residents and families felt more connected, and families reported a better understanding of their loved ones' histories and identities. The sessions also provided families with tools to engage with their relatives outside of formal therapy. So, in conclusion, reminiscence therapy is and has shown to be a versatile and impactful intervention for individuals living with Alzheimer's disease and dementia, and represents a multifaceted approach to enhancing the quality of life for individuals living with Alzheimer's disease. By fostering emotional well-being, cognitive stimulation, and social engagement, this therapeutic method addresses the diverse needs of individuals facing cognitive decline and also strengthens relationships with caregivers and family members. Through personalized approaches, thematic sessions, and the integration of multisensory elements, reminiscence therapy can be effectively implemented in a variety of settings and provides a meaningful way for individuals to connect with their past and enhance their present experiences. We know that as the global population ages, the demand for effective, non-pharmacological interventions will continue to rise. Reminiscence therapy stands out as a valuable tool in this regard, offering hope and enhancing the lives of those affected by dementia. Through continued research and practical application, reminiscence therapy can play a crucial role in supporting individuals with Alzheimer's and, of course, their families. And this promotes dignity, connection, and meaningful engagement. And isn't this what we really want for our loved ones and the people we care for living with Alzheimer's disease and related dementia? Of course, of course, of course it is. So this concludes the episode today for the Truth, Lies, and Alzheimer's show. I'm Lisa Skinner, your host, coming back next week to bring you another new episode filled with hopefully useful and valuable information that you can use on a day-to-day basis if you have a loved one or are caring for somebody living with Alzheimer's disease and dementia. And oh, by the way, if any of you are interested in finding out more information about reminiscence therapy in more detail, please contact us at www.mindingdementia.com. And the other thing I wanted to ask of you is if there are any specific topics that you would like me to bring to you over the course of the show, I would be more than happy to do that. I try to look for things that will be useful and practical for all of you out there who are touched by this situation and hopefully will experience positive outcomes by implementing a lot of these things that we talk about on this show. So that'll do it for us today. I hope you all have a wonderful week coming ahead. And I'll be back next week with another episode of the Truth, Lies, and Alzheimer's show. So come back, stay tuned, and have a great week. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to Truth, Lies, and Alzheimer's. We hope you found something in today's episode that helps. We understand that caring for a loved one with dementia can be the challenge of a lifetime, but you don't have to do it alone. If you're ready for exclusive access to even more great content and resources, head on over to Facebook and join Lisa's Minding Dementia Support Group. We're a community of like-minded caregivers, and we're here to help.